What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Amateur TV. On this channel, I go through additional NBA-related topics, especially concerning the Toronto Raptors, that I just do not have enough time to go through on my main channel, Amateur Sports, with over 12,000 subscribers now. The channel name is right here if you want to check it out yourself. I think the content there is primo stuff. But over here on Amateur TV, it's still great content. It's just a little bit different. It's a little bit more of a personal touch for myself. It's a little bit less formal, but we still talk Raptors, we still talk NBA, and today we are talking about Scottie Barnes. Scottie Barnes so far in preseason, and I have made it clear on my Twitter, I've made it clear on my main channel, I've made it clear on my third channel, Amateur Clips. Scottie Barnes has not been playing well so far in preseason, and I'm still very, very, very confident he's going to bounce back once the NBA season starts. Sorry, I'm just not even blur these are. I really feel like he's going to be able to bounce back come the start of the NBA season. That was never really that big of a doubt for me, or any doubt at all. But I was saying that it was slightly concerning to me that he had played 4 preseason games and he had played pretty poorly in all 4 of those preseason games. Now, I'm going to stress, and I stressed it everywhere I said it, that this is not a case of me turning on Scottie Barnes. This is not a case of me saying he's finished, oh my God, he's not going to make a jump. But there were concerns. Like, okay, if he's not showing any signs whatsoever right now of there being a potential jump this season, that makes me a little bit worried for that, because he's not showing those signs. Like, he doesn't need to be tremendous in preseason, but he needs to showcase to me that some things were being worked on at the very least. But I was like, this is just preseason. He could just blow it all up on the first day of the season, just have an outstanding game and put everything to bed. He could have a great game in the final preseason game, I believe, on Friday, and put everything to bed as well. But I was saying, it's a little slight amount of concern on my part, a very slight, minimal amount of concern on my part. But as we found out today, apparently, according to the Raptors, we have gotten confirmation from Nick Nurse as to possibly why Scottie Barnes has been struggling so far in preseason. Most recently, in that Chicago Bulls game, Scottie Barnes shot 2 for 6. So only made 2 of 6 shots, problem. Only took 6 shots, bigger problem. Turned the ball over 3 times and only had, he didn't have any assists in that game. But we may have figured out exactly why that is the case. Josh Lundberg reports that Nick Nurse has told, him and TSN, that Scottie Barnes was dealing with an ankle sprain, which shut him down for 3 weeks ahead of training camp, which could explain his slow start to preseason. Slow start, to putting it nicely. Getting back his conditioning and his rhythm. And even Nick Nurse said he's playing catch-up, and it's noticeable. Don't think he's shown a whole lot in preseason. Again, that is also putting it nicely, Nicholas. I think he's just a little bit behind conditioning-wise, feel-wise. We need to keep plugging away and get him feeling like himself. Okay, that eases a lot of my concerns. In fact, it eases all of them. This guy has looked outstanding so far in the summer. I really, really high expectations for him going into preseason. And this would most certainly explain why he's had such a poor start to preseason. I mean, in the summer, where you're not playing basketball as consistently as you would be during the season, your conditioning slows down. You're just not at the same level as you were in that midseason form. It takes a while to get into that sort of form. And missing out on 3 full weeks being shut down with an ankle injury has a significant impact on you getting up to speed for an actual NBA season. So to me, this makes a lot of sense. In fact, I was watching him play. I didn't want to use this as some sort of cop-out and be wrong. To me, watching him play, I was like, I hope, not that I hope he's injured, but I hope he's not 100% or something. And it seems like it very well is a possibility that he is not 100% ready. And now we are getting confirmation of that. I didn't want to say that because, I don't want to, I hope this guy's injured. He's playing so bad. That's not, I wouldn't have said that. But he is injured, and that is probably a bit of a reason why he has not looked up to the speed of these preseason games. Now, we don't have much time right now before we get into the regular season mode, but maybe it takes him a little bit of time to get up to speed. And when we get to midseason, we're not even thinking about these performances anymore, because he's just playing so fantastic for this team. And that's what I fully expect to happen here. I'm expecting a big season from Scottie Barnes. I'm not expecting an all-star appearance or anything. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm not ruling it out that he can get there. But I am expecting, not hoping, I am expecting for him to make a big jump this season. I think that the biggest thing that he can do to take that big jump is to add in a better jump shot to his game. Last season, I think it was fine. The mid-range needed work. I'd say take less mid-range shots, focus more on getting to the rim, and start taking a bit more threes. Last season, he shot 30% from three. It's clear that a big focus in the offseason was to work on that. Can we get that 30% up to 33, 34, maybe 35%? If you can do that, well, I always say this because it's true. You add in that three-point game, it just unlocks other aspects of your game because people have to D you up on the outside a little bit more often. It makes everything else come so much more easy to you. And also, you're hitting more threes. You're playing better because you're hitting more threes. You're taking more threes. It's the most efficient shot. Well, other than it's right at the rim, it's the most efficient shot you can take in the NBA. So keep doing that. And that's going to help him progress to the next level. And, we've seen him in offseason. I get that it's Pro-Am events, it's his YouTube channel, it's the Rico Hines runs, but he has looked exceptional in a lot of these clips. And I always maintain it's just off-season clips. You got to see it for real before you can confirm how real this stuff is. But he's looking really, really good. Preseason, he's not looked that, but I said I'm slightly concerned. I'm not really that anymore. I was slightly concerned why there wasn't any shades of any development happening for the player. But I'm going to reiterate my stance right now that there was really no doubts that he was going to have a great season ahead and an improved season. So let's see. I mean, we could really feasibly see this turning into the season where we're like, Scottie Barnes is the second best option on his team. And if he keeps moving like this, he'll be the first one. But we could really see, like right now, like Fred VanVleet's a second option offensively. We could trend towards an area where it is Scottie Barnes the second option for this team. So we'll see how all of that unfolds. But ultimately, I don't have the right word. I'm not happy he's injured. I am happy that these performances that aren't going so well are as a result of him being injured and not because of just him not playing well strictly. So, again, we're only speculating here. Like, we know he's had the injury. He was shut down for 3 weeks in training camp, which is a big deal, as I mentioned. We don't know if that's the reason that he's not playing as well right now, but it would certainly seem that it's likely the injury is affecting his performances in quite a sharp way. So that is it from me for today on Amateur TV. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, drop a like on the video. It does go a long way to supporting the channel. I've done a considerable amount of hard work building up this channel, and I am super grateful that there's a lot of people like yourself who are watching it. Dropping a like helps it grow even more by getting this channel on more recommended pages. And hey, if you did enjoy, make sure you are subscribed to this channel as well. I do 2, 3, 4 sometimes videos a week on this channel, along with all the 3, 4 videos a week I do on my main channel, Amateur Sports, which I think you should also check out. I would find it weird if you found this channel and not my main channel that has like 10 times as many subscribers, not quite, 8 times as many subscribers. But hey, if you found this first, I think you'd also love my main channel. So I would recommend going to check that out. And if you really like this stuff, check out my third channel, Amateur Clips. Links are in the description for all the other channels. And I will see you again next time, probably on Thursday or Friday for another video. Thank you again, guys.